There comes a point in life where you must stop explaining yourself. Not because you're wrong, but because some hearts are too blind to see the truth. You could speak with the best of manners, the purest of intentions, and still be twisted, mocked, or misunderstood. Why? Because some people are not seeking understanding. They are seeking control, conflict, or chaos. As Mufti Menk powerfully says, you don't need to justify your peace to those who thrive in drama. You are not created to constantly defend your worth to toxic souls. This video is your reminder. Protect your heart, value your silence, and walk away from the darkness, not out of fear, but out of strength. Let your peace speak louder than your words. If you've been wasting your energy trying to be understood by those who refuse to listen, this message is for you. 1. Explaining yourself is draining. Trying to constantly explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you is one of the most exhausting emotional battles you can face. It drains your energy, weakens your focus, and steals your inner peace. When someone questions your intentions, not out of genuine curiosity, but to provoke or belittle, every word you speak feels like shouting into a void. You may find yourself repeating the same explanations, hoping they'll finally understand, but they never do, because they don't want to. These individuals aren't looking for truth, they're looking for control, and by repeatedly justifying yourself, you give them that control. Islam teaches us to preserve our dignity and not to lower ourselves to constant conflict. Your time and soul are precious. Protect them. You are not obligated to explain your every move to those who choose to see you through the lens of their own darkness. Let go and reclaim your peace. 2. Some people don't want to understand. Not everyone deserves your explanation, because not everyone is willing to understand. Some people have already made up their minds about you, not based on facts or sincerity, but based on their own insecurities, assumptions, or hidden jealousy. They ask questions, not to gain insight, but to trap you in endless justifications. Their hearts are sealed by arrogance, and no amount of truth will penetrate that wall. Even if you present your intentions with clarity and kindness, they twist your words to fuel their own narrative. This is not ignorance, it's willful blindness. The Quran reminds us that Allah guides whom He wills, and some choose to remain blind despite the signs. You're not responsible for opening a heart that has chosen to close itself. In such moments, silence is more powerful than speech. Protect your energy from those who argue, not to understand, but simply to attack. Let them be. 3. Toxic behavior reflects a darker intention. Toxic behavior doesn't always come from a lack of knowledge. Often, it stems from a darker place within the heart. A person may understand exactly what you're saying, but pride, envy, or malice prevents them from accepting it. This mirrors the example of Shaitan, who had immense knowledge, yet refused to bow to Adam out of arrogance. He didn't misunderstand Allah's command. He deliberately rejected it. Similarly, some people in your life may criticize you, mock your choices, or spread doubt, not because they're confused, but because your light exposes their darkness. Your success, your peace, or even your faith becomes a mirror they can't bear to look into. Instead of correcting their own flaws, they attack yours. It's a defense mechanism born from spiritual weakness. Don't internalize their behavior. It's not a reflection of your truth, but a revelation of their hidden intentions. Recognize it and walk away with grace. 4. Mufti Menk's advice. Mufti Menk often reminds us that we don't need to explain ourselves to everyone, especially to those who thrive on drama negativity, and conflict. His advice is clear. Protect your peace. You don't owe toxic people a response. Islam teaches us to preserve our dignity, to speak only when it benefits, and to remain silent when words serve no purpose. Arguing with those who refuse to understand is like pouring water into a broken vessel. It never fills. Mufti Menk urges believers to prioritize their emotional and spiritual well-being. When you find yourself surrounded by people who criticize, mock, or misjudge you despite your sincerity, it's not cowardice to walk away. It's wisdom. You're not abandoning responsibility. You're protecting your soul. Let your silence be your strength, and your distance be your boundary. Leave the rest to Allah, who knows what's hidden in every heart. Peace is priceless. Don't trade it for anyone. 5. Silence is strength. In a world where everyone feels the need to defend, react, or argue, choosing silence can be a powerful act of strength. It is not weakness to remain quiet. It is wisdom. When faced with provocation, slander, or toxic speech, silence becomes your shield. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ often remained silent in the face of insults, teaching us that dignity isn't proven through loud responses, but through calm restraint. Silence forces your opponent to confront their own behavior. It denies them the reaction they crave and protects your soul from descending into unnecessary conflict. Words spoken in anger can never be taken back, but silence never needs to be apologized for. Allah hears the words you don't say and sees the patience you exercise. Let your silence speak louder than any argument. Walk away with grace and know that sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. 6. Walking away is not weakness. Walking away is often misunderstood as giving up, but in truth, it is a powerful act of self-respect and spiritual maturity. It takes strength to step back from those who provoke, insult, or belittle you. Weakness is reacting to every word. Strength is knowing when your presence no longer serves your peace. Allah does not ask us to suffer in toxic environments or stay entangled in constant conflict. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ walked away from the ignorant and avoided arguments that led nowhere. That was not retreat. It was leadership rooted in wisdom. When you walk away, you're not saying, "I can't handle this." You're saying, "This is beneath the dignity Allah has given me." Real power lies in restraint, not in retaliation. You don't need to win every battle. Sometimes, the victory is in the silence and in the steps you take toward peace. Protect your soul. Choose your path wisely. 7. Let Allah handle the rest. When you've done your part, spoken the truth, acted with sincerity, and walked away from toxic people, leave the rest to Allah. He is Al-Adl, the most just. You don't need to seek revenge or prove yourself to those who slander or misunderstand you. Every word spoken behind your back, every false accusation, and every unfair judgment is already known to Allah. He sees what's hidden, and He knows the intentions of every heart. Trust that He will defend you in ways you can't imagine. As the Quran says, "Indeed, Allah is with the patient." 2:153. Let that be your comfort. Do not carry the weight of their darkness on your shoulders. Instead, focus on your connection with your Creator. Keep your heart pure and your intentions clear. When you let go and entrust your affairs to Allah, you gain peace. And in that peace lies your ultimate strength and victory. When you choose peace over drama, silence over argument, and dignity over chaos, you align yourself with what pleases Allah. Never feel guilty for walking away from those who bring darkness into your life. Let Allah be your defender, and trust that your silence is not weakness, but wisdom. If this message touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Pious Deen for more powerful Islamic reminders. May Allah protect your heart, guide your path, and fill your life with peace. Comment below, Ya Allah, grant me strength to walk away from what harms me.